Hi friends, I'm Dr. Thomas Lee. Take a close look at your dog's back teeth right now. That yellow-brown line near the gum isn't just a stain, it's tartar, and it's been building for weeks. Today I want to show you a simple, vet-informed bowl remedy that may help support plaque control and fresher breath at home. This isn't a miracle overnight fix, but it is something worth understanding. Comment below and tell me, does your dog's breath bother you, or is it the teeth themselves? Most dog owners don't notice tartar until it's already hard, yellow, and sitting right along the gum line. By then, it's not something a toothbrush can simply wipe away. That buildup starts as something much softer, a thin, sticky film called plaque, made of bacteria, saliva, and tiny food particles. Left alone, plaque mixes with minerals in saliva and hardens into tartar within just a few days. Once it's hardened, brushing alone often can't remove it. I understand why brushing gets skipped. Life gets busy, dogs squirm, and it's easy to think, I'll do it tomorrow. I don't say that to make you feel guilty. I say it because almost every dog owner I've worked with has felt exactly the same way. You're not failing your dog, you're just human. Here's what makes this frustrating for so many pet parents. Dental chews promise fresh breath. Water additives promise cleaner teeth, and yet the tartar keeps coming back. That's because most of these products only address the surface. They don't work with your dog's natural chewing pattern or saliva chemistry. They just mask the smell for a little while. And when tartar builds up long enough, it can push under the gum line, where bacteria may irritate gum tissue. That's usually the point where a vet recommends a professional dental cleaning, often under anesthesia. I understand why that scares people. Anesthesia risk is a real concern, and for a lot of owners, it feels like the visit came out of nowhere, even though the buildup had been happening for months. Here's what I want you to understand. Tartar isn't really a teeth problem. It's a daily bacteria problem. Your dog's mouth is producing plaque constantly, every single day, whether you notice it or not. The question isn't whether plaque will form. It will. The real question is whether something interrupts it consistently enough to slow the buildup down. That's where a lot of owners feel stuck. They've tried to chew here, an additive there, and nothing seems to stick as a real routine. Some owners even worry about giving their dog anything new for their teeth, afraid of doing more harm than good, and that caution is smart. Not everything marketed for dog teeth is actually safe or effective. So before I show you the bowl remedy, I want you to picture your dog's mouth differently. Not as a place where damage already happened, but as a place where a small daily habit could change what happens next. Because the chews and sprays sitting in most pantries and pet aisles were never designed around what your dog's saliva and chewing actually need. And that's exactly what we're going to fix next. If you want safe, simple dog care explained by a real veterinarian, this is exactly the kind of thing I cover. So if that's useful to you, go ahead and subscribe to Dr. Thomas Lee. I keep these explanations clear, careful, and easy to follow, without the scary overclaims. Now, let's get into the bowl remedy itself. The remedy is simple: a small amount of plain, unsweetened coconut oil mixed into your dog's food, paired with a daily chewing activity that's actually appropriate for your dog's size and jaw strength. That combination matters more than either piece alone. Here's the simple explanation. Coconut oil contains lauric acid, which some research on oral bacteria suggests may help disrupt the sticky bacterial film that turns into plaque. It's not a scrub and it's not a scraper. It works more like a daily interruption to the bacteria that build up on the teeth. For most medium-sized dogs, that means roughly a quarter to half a teaspoon mixed into food once a day. Smaller dogs need less. Start with just a small taste and watch how they do. The second half of the routine is just as important: appropriate daily chewing. Saliva production increases when a dog chews, and saliva naturally helps rinse the mouth and reduce bacteria buildup. A safe, vet-appropriate chew, something that gives a little under pressure rather than something rock hard, encourages that natural rinsing action while also providing gentle mechanical friction along the tooth surface. Now here's the vet warning every dog owner needs to hear before trying this. Coconut oil is high in fat, so too much, too quickly, can upset a dog's stomach or contribute to weight gain over time, especially in small breeds or dogs with a history of pancreatitis. Start small, and don't add it on top of an already rich diet without adjusting elsewhere. And please, never give your dog very hard chews like real bones, antlers, or ice. These can actually fracture teeth, which creates a far bigger problem than the tartar you started with. This remedy also isn't meant to replace brushing if you're already doing it. It's meant to support your dog on the days brushing doesn't happen, which, honestly, is most days for most of us. Here's what's easy to miss though. The ingredient itself isn't really the magic part. It's when and how consistently you use it. A lot of owners try something like this for 3 or 4 days, don't see instant results, and give up, right before it would have started making a real difference. And that brings us to the part most dog owners get wrong without realizing it. Here's the daily and weekly routine that ties everything together. And this is the part I want you to actually write down. Daily, with breakfast. Mix a quarter to half a teaspoon of plain coconut oil into your dog's food, depending on their size. This becomes a background habit, something your dog barely notices, but their mouth benefits from every single day. Daily or every other day. Offer one age and size appropriate chew session, 10 to 15 minutes, using something with a little give, not something so hard it could crack a tooth. This is what triggers extra saliva flow and gentle mechanical cleaning along the gum line. Weekly, if you can manage it, a quick 30-second visual check. Lift the lip, look at the back molars where tartar builds up fastest, and just notice the color and smell. You're not trying to diagnose anything, you're just staying aware, the same way you'd notice a change in your dog's coat or energy. What to avoid? Essential oils in the mouth, human toothpaste, which often contains xylitol, a substance that's toxic to dogs, baking soda in anything beyond tiny, vet-approved amounts, and any rock-hard chew that doesn't flex under pressure. These aren't small technicalities. They're the kinds of things that turn a helpful routine into an emergency vet visit. I also want to connect this to something bigger, because dental health doesn't exist in isolation. A dog's overall diet, hydration, and even gut health can influence saliva quality and inflammation levels in the mouth. Dogs who are well hydrated tend to produce healthier saliva, which naturally supports the mouth's ability to fight bacteria. So this bowl habit works best as part of a dog who's already eating a balanced diet and drinking enough water, not as a standalone fix for a mouth that's otherwise struggling. What makes this routine different from a dental chew or spray isn't the ingredient, it's the consistency. Your dog's mouth is fighting the same daily battle whether you intervene or not. A single treatment, once in a while, barely touches that. But a small, repeated daily habit works with your dog's biology instead of against it, day after day. The same way brushing your own teeth twice a day matters far more than one deep clean every few months. I know it's tempting to want a fast fix, especially after seeing a title promising results overnight. I'd rather tell you the honest version. Hardened tartar that's already there usually needs a professional dental cleaning to fully remove. What this routine can do is help slow down new buildup and support fresher breath along the way, which, for most dogs, is genuinely worth the small daily effort. So let's bring this together. This bowl routine isn't about replacing your veterinarian. It's about giving your dog's mouth daily support between checkups, so fewer problems build up in the first place. To recap, a small amount of plain coconut oil in the bowl daily, an appropriate chewing session most days, a quick weekly lip lift check, and avoiding anything hard enough to crack a tooth, or ingredients that aren't meant for a dog's mouth. That's the whole routine, simple, repeatable, and safe when done in the right amounts. But I do want to be honest with you about when this isn't enough, because that's part of being a responsible pet parent. If you ever notice bleeding gums, a tooth that looks loose or broken, swelling around the face or jaw, breath that's suddenly much worse than usual, your dog wincing or pulling away while chewing, thick discharge, or your dog eating less than normal, please don't wait. That's when you need a real vet visit, not a home remedy. Those signs can point to infection or advanced gum disease, and catching them early makes treatment so much easier on your dog. I know it can feel heavy hearing all of that, especially if you're already worried about your dog's teeth. But here's what I want you to take away instead. You don't have to choose between doing nothing and doing everything perfectly. A dog owner who adds a little coconut oil to the bowl and offers a safe chew a few times a week, while still watching for warning signs, is doing something meaningful. That consistency, more than any single ingredient, is what actually protects your dog's mouth over time. This is exactly why I wanted to make this video. Not to scare you into a dental cleaning, and not to promise you'll never need one either, but to help you understand what's really happening in your dog's mouth, so you can make calm, informed choices instead of guilty, last-minute ones. Your dog trusts you completely, even with something as small as what goes in their bowl every morning. That trust is worth honoring with routines that are actually safe and actually consistent, not just whatever's trending. And the good news is, this one is both simple enough to start tonight and gentle enough to keep doing for years. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you, because every dog's mouth tells a slightly different story, and your comment might be exactly what another worried dog owner needs to read today. Your dog's mouth is telling you something every single day. The question is whether you're catching it early or late. If this helped, comment on your dog's biggest dental concern below: bad breath, tartar, or something else. I read every comment, and I'll see you in the next video.